Recently I decided that the termite plan that we've been using on our home for almost 2 decades is not cutting it, and so I'm just going to stop doing it. Alright, now that I got your attention, hey, I'm Brittany from prettyhandygirl.com, and today I want to talk to you about a subject that may not be super exciting or super sexy. In fact, a lot of people don't even want to talk about it. But let me tell you, as a licensed general contractor and a real estate investor, I have seen my fair share of termite damage. So we've used the same termite treatment for, about 2 decades in our house here in Raleigh, North Carolina. But recently when we were due for our booster, I actually watched the process, and it was crazy how many chemicals they pour around the foundation of your house. And it got me to thinking, wow, is there any better way? Recently, Centricon emailed me and asked me if I wanted to try their termite treatment program. And frankly, I had just found termite damage on the Millie's remodel project that I'm working on, but when I found out that it was a bait system, I was a little bit skeptical because frankly, I don't want termites being attracted to my house, and that's what I thought the bait stations did. Boy, was I wrong. And because of what I found out, I am actually going to cancel my contract when it's up for renewal and switch to the Centricon system.
Hey, Miss Bailey, it's David with Aero Exterminators. How are you?
Good. Hey, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, not a problem. Here
All
to do the Centricon installation for you.
Perfect. All right, let's talk about this.
Okay, great.
So you're going to install the Centricon system, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell me, so all that I've done in the past is had usually the liquid, you know, where they dig a big trench around your house.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they pour a bunch of chemicals.
Yeah, and so that's the traditional termite treatment. They try and keep the termites off of the home by creating a barrier. The termites, they forage 365 days of the year, 24/7, and they only need a 32nd of an inch gap. And so what we do is we use their foraging habits against them, completely random. They're blind because they're subterranean. And so as they go looking for food, they don't know the difference between your house and a tree that's fallen in the woods. And so we use that against them by putting bait stations around the home. It doesn't attract them to the home because they're blind. They don't know when they find that or something else, but there's so much cellulose in this compared to the wood in the house that they like it more than the wood in the house. And so they get to it, they think it's a great meal, they feed it, but then the workers also feed the rest of the colony and end up eliminating the colony because they feed our product to the rest of the colony.
And then, okay, tamper resistance, because I have a dog and I have kids, and
so when we go to do it, it has a little clamp there. We can get those open, and it locks back into place. It's really easy for us, but it also keeps pets and kids out of
so it's not easy to get that at Home Depot, huh?
No, not at all. Yeah. And to be honest with you, even if someone were to be able to get in touch with it, because dogs dig.
Right.
The dogs,
they're curious.
Yeah, this is made specifically to attack the molting process of the termites. It's a chitin synthesis inhibitor, and we don't molt, and so it doesn't affect us. And so it literally only affects termites. And so we really like it because there's no risk for affecting non-target animals.
Okay.
And so we like that. It also doesn't leach into the soil.
That's nice, because the last time I saw them dig a trench around my house, I was floored by how much chemical liquid goes in the ground.
That we really like this.
Okay.
Because it is so environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
But it only takes a few grams of the active ingredient of this to destroy the entire termite colony.
Awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's get started.
Before we put them in the ground, we're going to go ahead and scan them into our system. That way we have a record of all the stations that we have out there. There we go. And then we scan the bait so that we know that it has bait in there. And ideally what we want to do is we want to keep them outside the drip line of the home. Because termites can't swim, so we don't want them to be flooded.
Okay.
But then also we want it to be far enough away from the foundation so that if there ever was a chemical treatment done around the home, a liquid treatment, if there's any residual there, we don't want that to interfere with the bait. So we want to keep it far enough away from the home.
Makes sense.
So that it can do its job without being affected.
Gotcha.
And we're actually allowed to go up to 50 feet away from the home.
Oh, and that's still effective at 50 feet away?
Absolutely. Yeah, they've done a lot of research on that. And so the label gives us up to 50 feet most of the time, typically between 2 and 10 feet from the foundation, but sometimes landscaping or other features around the home can prevent
gotcha.
that.
Okay.
Like your deck in the back.
Right.
In a minute, yeah.
And then, so how often does this have to be serviced, or like what happens once
so
it goes
after
in?
we put it in, we come back out once a year and we'll check the home to make sure there's no new termite activity on the home, because again, termites are active 24/7, 365. But then we also check the stations to make sure that there's enough of the bait remaining. So we've got a little dial indicator here at the bottom. If it's less than that dial indicator, then we go ahead and replace that just to make sure that there's enough bait remaining.
Oh, I see.
Year.
Okay.
So
does it like gets eaten away, or like?
Yeah, so they'll eat it. So they come in through these cracks here on the side. The longer it's in the ground, it becomes gnarly from water and mud and everything getting in there. And they actually like it like that more. So the longer it's in the ground, the better it is. So if there's enough remaining for the next year, we go ahead and leave it in there because they like it more that way.
Okay.
And just as a quality control thing, Corteva does a great job giving us these barcodes. And so we'll come out as part of our annual process, and we scan both of these barcodes here. We know how many we're supposed to be looking for, and we know exactly where they are because we're going to put them on the graph that we did when we did the original inspection out here. And in that way, when we come back, we know exactly what stations have been hit, which have been checked, so that we give you a good quality control. We notify that account of, does this station have termite activity on it? Are there live termites on it? How much of it's remaining? That way we can have a quality control. How much termite activity is there around the home? Is there a side of the home that has a lot of activity? And do we need to put some more stations in that area if there is an exceptional amount of activity?
Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to click that like button below if you liked it. And hey, don't forget to click that subscribe button up there, and you'll never miss another DIY video tutorial from Pretty Handy Girl again. Speaking of not missing anything, I'm on all these social channels. Come find me at Pretty Handy Girl.